The internet is a strange place full of strange people, and if there's one thing that strange people on the internet like to do, it's to organize meetups with other strange people on the internet.
Nothing can possibly go wrong.
Ever since its inception, the web was used as a tool for members of online communities to interact with one another and to organize events for their nerdy fandoms. But what if we took this one step further? What if we organized a convention about internet culture on the internet? Well, that is exactly what happened at Lulzcon, apparently the first internet culture convention, and the one nobody really remembers now, in part because of its much more successful and well-documented successor, Rafflecon. In fact, information about Lulzcon is so scarce I had to engage in full-on internet archaeology and reach out to people who attended, more on that later, just to try and document the really weird shit that was going on there. Some sources suggest that more than one Lulzcon took place, but the evidence for that overall is frail at best. The only convention that took place without a doubt was Lulzcon 2007, a really weird thing that happened during the tail end of September 2007 in Chicago's Congress Plaza. The convention was hosted by none other than the meme lords over at Encyclopedia Dramatica. However, the About page on the archived website states that Lulzcon welcomes users from communities such as YTMND, SomethingAwful, LiveJournal, 4chan, 7chan, 420chan, etc. Notable speakers at the convention include Cheryl DeGrippo, aka Girl Vinyl, the original founder of Encyclopedia Dramatica, and Virgil Griffith, founder of Wikiscanner, a very big subject I will probably discuss another time, among some LiveJournal personalities and others. So, what is there to do at Lulzcon? Well, subjects at the panels included stuff like history of YouTube trolls, how to score chicks on LiveJournal, and spoiling Harry Potter for fun and amusement. There was also a costume contest, meme Jeopardy, and an awards show. All photos taken seem to be lost, unfortunately, but I did manage to find 2 videos that seem legit. Number 1 is of this guy who looks like he belongs in Black Parade era My Chemical Romance, and he is juggling adult toys around.
Oh god, dick everywhere.
And this wasn't just some random smartass, this is actually an event that appears on the schedule as Lol Dong's Toss.
He kept us waiting for a
Dong.
The other video seems to be of a fight that took place outside the convention, I think, and also features the same MCR guy. Someone in the comments speculated that this other person might be Tourette's guy, a person who became a meme in the mid to late 2000s after appearing in videos online yelling foul language and such.
Damn it, these fish sticks are hard as tits! Whose tits you been grabbing that feel hard? That's what I want to know. Fuck you!
Him being invited to Lulzcon would make sense because 1, at the time of the convention he was around the peak of his popularity, and 2, he became a trend on YTMND specifically, and that was one of the communities the convention catered to. He is known for wearing a neck brace. The video is in potato quality, so it's kinda hard to tell if he wears it here. To me it looks like he doesn't, but even if that is so, there are other existing videos of him not wearing the neck brace. We can't really say for sure, but it is a possibility that they invited him for funsies. I've already mentioned my attempts to reach out to people who attended the convention. Well, the only person who answered was Virgil Griffith, who I have mentioned already as well. We had a little back and forth on email, and he told me they showed the I Like to Watch video made by the Church of Euthanasia. The Church of Euthanasia is this bizarro anti-human religious organization which is known for its wacky pillars of belief. The church has been the subject of controversy in the past, and this specific video by them is adult in nature. But to summarize it, it's a music video that shows footage from the September 11th attacks alongside clips from adult movies. To quote the description the church gave it, "It's often understood as a critique of the voyeurism inherent in mass media, but this wasn't the original intent." The video simply attempts to capture the author's personal experience of watching the attacks on TV, including childish glee, vindictiveness, perverse fascination, and sexual arousal. The video also frames the attacks as Freudian drama on a national scale. The towers are phallic, and the gashes made by the plane are vaginal. The violent penetrations ultimately deflate and invert the towers in a forced transsexual surgery that emasculates America. Just reading that makes me want to go wine tasting with Clorox. Virgil has also stated that, I did think Lulzcon was one of the first to capture the modern spirit of lulz that we see in modern 4chan. Is it possible that the convention really was ahead of its time? Maybe, we don't have all the information. But what's for sure, Lulzcon did a headfirst dive into new waters, with Rafflecon following up closely after. But seeing as internet culture conventions have gone out of fashion, so to speak, one would assume that this pool is closed. Or is it?